So, welcome to Geek Cred after a brief hiatus for me to have a baby.
Not him personally,
we
of
are
course.
back.
Like they say, it takes a village to raise.
Yeah.
And it takes a Deven to make
It
it.
definitely takes a village to get me through like a 2-day labor in the hospital with a crazy wife. Not crazy. In
Oh,
the bad
God.
way, but
You're
crazy-
nuts for
in
saying
crazy
that.
pain, in crazy pain.
Fuck.
She's in crazy pain.
Well-
I love her. She was in crazy pain, though.
Walter, it looks like it's just you and me from now on because Deven just clearly suicided, killed himself right here because
Oh,
his
no.
wife hears this shit.
Well, notice, John is conspicuously absent, possibly incurred the wrath of Miranda already.
Oh,
We
no.
don't know. We don't know. So let's just start off because
It's more freeform this week,
It
really,
is.
than I think it's this. We
gonna
normally
do-
have John to like sit like this nice little like action plan for us, but tonight it's more like
yeah, well, because
we don't, because
we're like, man,
we just
first-
know you guys missed us.
Yeah, you did, and like we're like Bailey. We're just so huggable.
Oh, there
We're
you go.
Bam,
huggable.
bam, 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 bam,
Yeah.
What a
bam,
great
bam,
segue. We're gonna do a little bit of a crossover episode today with Walter.
Yep, because if anyone's a fan of Talk Hustle Talk, that's been going a little to the wayside recently. I might kind of just merge it in with like one Geek Cred show where like it all just does one thing. Because
And you can't not talk about. I mean, Summerslam was last night. You have
Yes.
to talk about Summerslam. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter wrestling show or not. You know, current fan or lapsed. The bottom line is we watch and pay attention to these big events. We do.
yeah, I mean
the
even
Big
if
Four.
you're
Yes.
a Twitter fan. Which I mean, if you're listening to this, you're an internet fan, so
At
like,
least,
true.
it
yeah.
was trending on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, it
Like,
was
always
all-
as wrestling typically
It was
does.
all over my timeline, like all over my timeline, and I'm watching it, but I'm watching it. I'm seeing people react to it, and that's part of the fun is seeing people react to like the belt.
Oh, we gotta go to that. We gotta go to that.
All
So
right.
we'll start with the highs and lows. We'll go with highs and lows.
All right, I'm gonna go with a high.
Okay.
I'm gonna say high. John Cena, AJ Styles. My God, my God, like
Fuego.
possibly match of the year. Definitely, I think WWE match of the year, given their style and things like that. You know, like there are certain things that they don't do that they're never gonna probably embrace. But for me, that was the best story that you could tell in a WWE ring in the PG era. Like it was just, it had suspense. I truly didn't know who was gonna win because I, like most of you guys,
Agreed.
I wanted AJ Styles to win, but I thought that's impossible. They're never gonna put
Yeah.
over a TNA guy.
Exactly, and
Wow,
I
yeah,
love
true.
that match mainly because the entire time I'm screaming at television scene, John Cena, just do the right thing,
Just do the right thing.
right thing,
Do the right thing and put him over.
put him over, God.
That's what Spike Lee's "Do the Right Thing" was all about.
Yeah.
it's like AJ Styles.
To
just
this
gotta
moment,
put him-
exactly.
Put him over. And so, like that for me was such a tremendous high. I've watched the match twice, and I'm just those guys have great chemistry.
Yeah.
And I love the idea that AJ Styles gets that huge win going forward. He can fight anybody now very believably in the WWE universe. And you know he's going to have a great match, technically speaking. But I think that he has a sense of gravity to him that he didn't before when he got that win via the club.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This helps AJ Styles tremendously moving forward. That's
Also, I marked out like hell. Even though it was a brief second, it lasted like what, 3 seconds when they had AJ Styles, Doc Gallows. I love that no one's picked up on that yet, by the way. It's Dr. Gallows.
Yeah,
Doc
Gallows.
Gallows is one of his old names. Dr. Gallows and Dr. Anderson. And then Finn Balor shows up.
Yep.
Which, surprisingly unpainted, which means that segment was either filmed much earlier in the day or they really got Finn Balor painted up that quick, which I doubt.
Well, of course, they probably have a team. My wife and I were discussing this when we were watching last night. We're like, do you think, a lot of those guys do their own paint?
Oh, Finn Balor,
But-
he's shown the person that does his.
Yeah, but I was going to say,
He's got a
and,
fucking back.
and he got it on the back.
back
That's what I
piece.
said.
Yeah.
I was like, you just pushed out a baby. Maybe you're not thinking clearly. he's got a back. Yeah, he's got stuff painted on his back. She's
She's
like,
still
oh, true.
on the drugs? What the hell?
Yeah, she is actually still on the drugs.
Oh, all right, fair
Yeah,
enough.
she's still, so,
That was before the baby, too, though.
oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, Cranston.
We're legal here in
Are you
Rhode
basically
Island.
saying that you have a cocaine baby?
What? No one
I'm
said that
saying I have
booger
a
sugar.
baby and that you should be happy.
No one talked about that booger sugar here.
You never heard that?
The fuck?
I
I get it. Oh my god. Why did
He's
it take
bugging
me,
out right now. He's
It
like,
took me so
like he's on booger sugar.
Oh my god. Why
Now-
did that take me so long to get?
Because it's awesome. That's an awesome name for cocaine.
That reminds me, like, the
Yeah.
other day I was playing.
Yeah.
I was playing Mega Man 3 with John because he's been doing the Backseat Gamer series
Yep.
with me. Hashtag look that up on Twitter. And he at one point looks at me and is like, I wonder why they're called Mets. Like, what are they? Are they Mets fans? And if you don't know what Mets are,
Metropolitans.
they're like they're like these little helmets, which should give the joke away right away what they actually are. And when they're like turtles, but all they are a little helmet with feet and eyes. So like they're invincible when they're down on the ground, but then they sprout little eyes and legs, and then they attack you, and then they go back down. So you have like a window to attack them. They're in like every Mega Man game. And I just thought they were called Mets because they're helmets. Like they just take the helmet. They're Mets. They're Mets. They're helmets. And he goes, "Get the fuck out!" And it blew his mind.
That was his booger sugar moment.
That was his booger sugar moment. I was like, wow, how did you not
I
get
kind
that?
of, I love that booger sugar moment. It's a great fucking little.
Well, you know,
Booger sugar
especially
moment.
because like
It's like our shucky ducky quack quack.
Hey. So like that was all right. So that's a high for me. A high, even better than Booger Sugar,
Holy shit!
was the AJ Styles John Cena. So Walter, what was your high?
I would have to agree the John Cena AJ Styles. That was the most I was ever into a match that night.
Can I say something though? Just looking at the apparel that you're wearing right now. First of all,
Bear
great
bare
match.
chest.
It was a great opener, yes.
Great
but
opener.
I don't remember anything about
Yeah,
it.
I know,
That was
but
the thing. It was very
still,
forgettable.
and for those of you that can't see Walter because you're not subscribing to his dedicated webcam service, yeah, Walter is a cam girl, and he's wearing a Kevin Owens shirt, which
Which
awesome.
doesn't make sense as far as the cam girl goes.
No, it doesn't. But you know what?
You gotta cover the goods, right?
Yeah.
Right, yeah. You're
Right.
paying for
Make
it.
him work for it. Make him work
This
for
is like
it.
your free HBO like trial. You get to see and imagine what it looks like.
This is the free month of WWE Network.
Oh, there you go.
And after it's only $9.99.
This is Sunday Night Heat before the pay-per-view.
Oh,
Appropriately named too.
yeah. So what did you love about the match? Because there was so much to like about it.
It all came down to that finish. I genuinely believed John Cena was going over, and I was just so mad. And I was just, no, AJ, don't do it. Don't go for the Phenomenal Forum. I know it's just gonna be.
It's gonna backfire.
FU or AA.
Whatever
Sorry,
they
I'm
call
playing
it.
a lot of old WWE games, and it's just gonna end badly, and it didn't. The minute I saw John Cena not go for like the typical telegraph, I'm gonna catch you. Like I had this wonderful like trance come over me of, oh my god, AJ's gonna do it.
Yeah.
He's gonna beat John Cena.
Clean.
And
Clean.
this to me, and I was talking to you earlier about this, Mike, is that this proves AJ correct the entire time. He didn't need the club to beat him. And if you go back and watch, I don't believe there was ever a time where AJ asked for the club's help.
No, he
The
didn't.
club just assumed he needed their help.
And that was what made the dynamic so strange, because you have AJ proven capable as an individual, only to then be watered down by his former associates. And then you break them up again in the draft, which was fine, except you had spent the last so many weeks building them up as like a faction, only to tear them apart. And I think that he needed that win to move forward and get out of the club shadow a little bit, and again move forward so that his character, this is the guy that beat John Cena cleanly, and now you can look back at that first match and say, yeah, I mean, he probably didn't need them though.
Yeah, he didn't. And I even after that, like when that first match happened, I looked at AJ and was like, he did not need the club. The reason I say that's the standout moment, that's like the standout match, the highlight of the night, is because the only other moment where I went, oh my god, no, was Sasha Banks nearly killing herself.
Oh, so many times actually though.
It was the second time that was just like, it literally made me get up and go, Sasha, no!
First
Like,
of all,
God damn it,
those
woman.
girls. I mean, those girls went all out, and I was wondering, like, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Because it's tough. I've been, for the longest time, I've been saying the mistake that WWE is making is putting the NXT pay-per-view the day before.
Yeah.
Because I watch the NXT event, and I see the great matches and the great storytelling in the ring.
Ember Moon.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh.
And then you see this stuff, and then you watch the whatever divas they call them now.
Women.
I guess they call them women now.
Yeah,
Finally,
they're no
how
longer
many
divas.
This
They're-
strange
they're-
name that they have, they're just treating them like women.
centuries later, they've caught up with the rest of civilization. And so that, I guess, to me is something where I think, how are they gonna make this interesting? And man, I mean, they went for it. Botch spots, obviously are part of
That was
anything.
a tough part for me, though.
But
honestly, a lot of botching.
But they went for it though.
You're true.
My God, did they go for it? I mean, and I agree. I felt like genuine.
I thought
like,
that first
emotion.
spot was a botch at first because the way I
think
saw
so.
it, you think it was a botch?
I think so.
Because the way she kind of fell aggressively. She didn't brace herself.
Yeah, I think she was going for like some kind of weird neck breaker or back breaker, and Charlotte just dropped her and like made no attempt to catch her and just backed off. And I was like, what the hell was that?
Especially like the whole talking with the referee for a while, and even Charlotte truly looking like it's like fuck.
Charlotte looked concerned pretty much the entire time.
And I was like, oh,
like even when she was on the
maybe-
ramp looking back, like
Yeah.
Charlotte looked concerned. So I think it's very possible Sasha is injured. I don't think that's why she lost though. I think that was already booked.
Well,
She's going away on her honeymoon effectively.
oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
so
'cause
she's
I was
out
gonna
the
say-
market. I'm sorry to
'cause-
tell you, Devin.
Because I knew that's all right. Listen,
Also, have you seen Sasha's husband?
Don't go into that.
That is the most
Don't go-
feminine man I've ever seen in my life.
So you're saying there's a chance? That's what you're saying.
You're telling me
Yes.
wrestlers have bad taste.
Like-
That's clearly what you're telling me.
Well, they want a loyal person when they're out on the road, though. They don't.
But a lot of them
here's
go on the
who-
road
here's
with
who
him
her
now.
husband looks like.
True.
Look at The Miz. The Miz pretty much brought his
Well,
wife
yeah,
along.
now.
Have either of you seen Entourage?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Avi's Asian assistant.
Yeah.
Oh,
A
come on,
gayer
dude.
version of him.
What?
You mean Ari? You said
No,
Abby.
the assistant.
Is
Is it-
Abby? Is
No,
Ari's?
I'm sorry. Yeah,
Ari's
Ari's
assistant.
assistant.
Yeah,
A more flamboyant version
that's
of him.
insane. That's
that
impossible.
almost seems incalculable.
It's bad. Well, I don't want to say bad. It's just like he is very effeminate.
But
And
then
it's just shocking. I wouldn't expect Sasha to be into that.
Maybe
So-
Sasha's a little masculine, and that's kind of like how they.
she's domineering.
Yes,
I mean,
you know
you
what?
could
I
get the
would not
impression
mind.
that she is.
She's a little scrappy. And,
Yeah.
And by that I mean like scrappy do, not like
Yeah.
scruffy or like
Yeah.
dirty or anything.
Nothing. Yeah, and I think that's it's interesting though because when you get a peek into their personal lives, not like total divas.
Not
peek.
where I thought that sentence was going.
Yeah, right. When you get a peek into their personal lives, though, it is interesting to see like the couples, the real couples, again, not the total divas stuff, but like when you see that, you're like, wow, it's interesting because like who knows, and I don't know anything about her personal life except the Snoop Dogg connection,
Yeah.
which they belabor the point now.
Yeah, they kind of go out of their way to not bring that up anymore.
But for me, I always thought that
Lion, please.
it's interesting. It's interesting that, like maybe this guy has been with her for years through developmental and everything. Oh yeah, he's
Huh. So we're,
he looks. He just doesn't
for
look like her
reference,
type. He doesn't look
Yeah,
like her type.
we're looking at her now husband.
Yes, now
Congratulations, Sasha.
I mean, and to that, I do genuinely- congratulations. Like, he's just like the picture. Here he is. This is the picture I
but
saw.
I definitely feel
I was like, wow,
like
really?
shit. We got a chance.
We got a
We got
chance.
a chance. Yes.
So you
Okay,
say,
I guess if you come, I mean, that dude is pretty jacked, actually.
yeah. And like
I
like I said, if he's supporting her throughout her endeavors, if
It's
he's
not
been
an
there,
easy life.
no, it's not an
Wrestler
easy
life's
life,
not an easy
and that's
life.
why a lot of those things don't work. They
CM
just-
Punk's wedding picture looks so goofy. I'm sorry, I'm looking at pictures of people getting married now.
You might have to run away from this.
It doesn't matter because CM Punk still won with AJ.
He really,
So true.
No matter what he
But
won.
what does matter is that he'll probably never win the UFC because he'll probably never fight. in
Well,
the
no,
UFC.
he's
No,
fighting in like 2
due
weeks.
he's due to fight in a few weeks.
Yeah, I know. They keep
Oh,
saying
it's
that.
coming.
I don't have a good feeling about that. We can.
Neither do I.
We
but
can-
to talk about that now, while we're
Yeah,
on this subject,
Let's talk
of
about it.
wrestling,
Let's talk about Phil.
Let's talk about Phil, who'd probably kill us if he
Oh
heard us
God.
calling him.
We like Phil. We love Phil.
I genuinely
Yeah.
like Punk. Did you anyone watch the?
I did. Yes.
I loved it. I thought it was
Yeah.
great.
What are we referencing?
There's
for
they
people
did
that don't
like
know?
a documentary. There's like a 30
The evolution of Punk or something.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, and they did like a 30-minute spot on
Yeah, it
like.
was good.
It was good, and
Clearly not WWE.
AJ, oh my god.
Clearly not WWE. Did
It
this,
was
right?
it was so good to see AJ again.
Yeah, AJ is the best. Like she's
the greatest Puerto Rican
the
ever.
best. I mean, she's just the best.
We'll
And-
take that one. Thank
and
you.
so you look at and I think that it's hard because I'll tell you I love the part of it. I love seeing Punk again, and I'm reminded of like why I like him, why I root for him. But then I'm also reminded that he's some 10 years older than his opponent.
Yeah.
I'm reminded that, and that's the problem. I guess his fragility.
Isn't CM Punk like
and how many
36,
years less experience?
How many
than
years
his
less?
opponent, you know?
I look at it and I say, man, this is a lose-lose. And believe me, I get the idea. You want to test yourself and want to see what you're made of, but you have to know that this ends in a loss. If you were fighting someone your age with the same relative experience or whatever, I would be all for it. I would say go for it.
But then
there would
like
be less to gain.
Yeah,
though.
exactly.
Less
It'll
to
be like
gain.
a little fish. In
Like
a
he's
pond.
fighting people. He's fighting someone who has fought more than him.
Yeah, I just feel like for me, I don't know if I can watch it because I feel like the next day if I hear that he lost, I'm like, okay, he lost, but I didn't see it happen, so it's not real.
But you need to, I'm gonna see it. I'm
What if
gonna
he gets,
watch it.
What if he gets murdered?
But here's more so
shit,
and more important than
murder.
that. Is there more pressure on Punk now after the whole Brock Lesnar scandal? After
Oh no!
you know,
you don't think he?
do you think that there's more pressure on him, especially after what Conor McGregor said? If you're not familiar, Conor McGregor running his mouth, basically calling all WWE
All wrestlers,
all wrestlers dweebs.
He would beat them all.
He'd beat them all. He'd literally wipe the.
Though he
the
did
locker
go
room
to
clean.
fucking war versus
He
Nate
did,
Diaz.
but as Brock Lesnar pointed out,
I take
this guy,
shits bigger than this
This
kid.
guy is 150 pounds. It's
True.
like he is a great fighter for his weight class, but you can't confuse that with being like the Big Show would sit there completely unfazed by his assault and then pie face him into the next
Yeah, he
continent.
literally just put his hand out and like.
And
hold
this
him
is the
at
same
a
guy who
distance.
got punched by Mayweather and his nose got broken by it. because
True.
But he
Mayweather
was
had-
also on his knees and let Mayweather
Yeah,
punch.
I
True.
know.
So it's like
Big Show's
that
a
was
good
part
sport.
Of the angle.
Yeah, he
And,
is
like,
a good sport.
Also, Conor McGregor, you fucking mark. Like you are such a mark. Like if what you say is genuine, you genuinely think wrestlers
I
are
think
like
it's-
out for like. Oh, we're tougher than you. Do you also want to fight Sylvester Stallone for daring to pretend to be a boxer? You fucking goon.
Also,
It
it's-
has to be a
it's
work.
week by
It's-
week. It's week by week performances compared to once every 4 months.
Well, it's
or
not that. It's just
3
that
months, and
it's been proven. You go and you take a boxer or an MMA fighter, put them in a movie, put them in the wrestling ring, make them throw not a real punch, a fake punch. They cannot do it.
oh yeah, it's instincts at
Most
this
recently,
point.
the movie I watched that had a boxer in it was Mike Tyson versus Donnie Yen, with a fight no one ever asked for, but like it happened, and they had to edit that fight down so much to make Mike Tyson look good, because you don't know how to fake fight.
No, you know,
Fake
we know how to
fighting
real
is an
fight.
art form. You need to make it look like you're hurting your opponent without hurting your opponent. Because
choreographed.
this guy needs to go to work the next day. It's
Yeah.
different. It's an art form. Wrestlers aren't trying to make you. They're trying to make you believe in the moment that they're tough, but that's it. It's an act. It's all for fun. You're going out there to prove you're tough. CM Punk is now attempting to prove he's that tough. And what I'm asking is does he now have the added pressure of proving that wrestlers can be tough?
I would say
After like and legit tough, not
Yep.
juice to the gills as everyone's saying
That
Brock
was awesome.
Lesnar was.
Also,
you know?
just while we mentioned that, what about the guy with the
sign.
The sign.
Got
It's like
juice.
Perfect timing. I was
if you're
laughing at
you're
that shit.
WWE, how do you allow that? Like that needs to be gone the minute it flashes on.
I
like,
don't think they saw it. I think that guy like had that sign.
Oh yeah, but still, the minute he,
Also, it doesn't. It was literally like juice things on it, so they probably didn't. It didn't click in their head.
they're idiots.
Oh,
I
really,
really,
really
are. Great that it happened. But I was just saying the whole time, like the minute that flashed on camera, there should be a squad of people descending on this man and take it away. But I think that with Punk,
I was shocked.
Oh, yeah,
that no
that-
one
said anything about that sign,
no,
right?
Or even freaking Brock just looked at it or spit at it, like do something super
Well, Brock
heel.
didn't even. Brock apparently showed no. Brock Lesnar doesn't care. Randy Orton flat out called him out with the drugs. When he first showed up, he was like, "You can get to Viper Bill, no enhancement required."
yeah.
Like I thought at that moment, well, that fight's off, but it still happened.
I think.
But-
Well, no, I just getting back to the point. Is there pressure on somebody like Punk after the whole Brock Lesnar situation? I would say normally, if it weren't for what Punk was giving away in terms of age and experience, I would say that if Punk were in a situation where maybe he was Apollo Cruz's age
Yeah.
and athleticism and things like that, then yeah, absolutely. Or Roman Reigns or somebody like that. But for me, it's like Phil was at the end of his wrestling career anyways in terms of like his peak physical aptitude. He's still master storyteller in the ring and on the mic, but like physically though, he was never going to be what he was already.
Especially because
He definitely couldn't keep doing what he was doing.
Yeah, and so for me, this guy at this stage, I think one, that there is no way that he has to make up for Brock Lesnar's faults, and he shouldn't have to pay for his sins. But I do think there will be definitely the public outcry. People will say later on, well, that's what Conor McGregor was talking about. So I guess maybe it doesn't matter what I think.
So now to bring it back, so we went on a
we kind of went on a little bit of a tear there.
So now,
What's your high moment? What's your high moment, Mike?
Okay, so my high moment, honestly, was of course the John Cena fight with AJ. It was
clean sweep.
Yeah, it was just too good. It was too good. Unveiled a bunch of new
If John
moves
were
they
here,
both
he'd clearly say the 6 women tag.
Oh God,
So they
he
unveiled.
loves 6 women tag matches.
So
And he loves the bellows. He says most technically capable wrestlers on the
God,
roster.
More so important, he thinks not Nikki Bella, Brie Bella.
luckily
best
he's
in
not
the world.
here. He's not here to say that he's also right.
He's poisoning
But-
the minds of the youth with his.
So unveiled a bunch of new moves, great spots when it came to them. John Cena selling the best that he could, or wants to.
Wants to, yeah.
Wants to.
Apart from that look at the end of like that, what happened?
Yeah,
Like
that
dumb
was him
look.
acting.
I kept going,
Yeah.
acting.
But not to only say that, I thought also to give it a little bit of love as well was the Seth Rollins and
Yes,
and
Finn Balor.
Finn
Yeah.
Balor. Thank you. Their battle was
Which
phenomenal.
I would say
even with the freaking WWE turning.
Is it finally time to talk about the belt?
Yeah,
Can we talk about that belt?
finally turning
uh,
the crowd heel.
You know-
unveiling the belt, and that would be my con.
Yo,
that would be my con is the fucking belt.
good old JR.
That's my con.
Good old JR had a great comment about it today where he said you could practically see the belt making a heel turn as the match wore on. And I thought that's perfect because that's like the first time I see it, I'm like, what's that? And by the end of the match, I'm like, boo, get it out of here. I hate you.
They had to. You could go back and watch this match because it's worth it. It's worth the second watch. It's a good
Oh, a
match.
phenomenal match.
But you can notice when they first came out and like showed the belt, they did record them revealing the belt. They didn't show it because the
reaction.
crowd hated it. It went from a yay a new belt to
Ooh, not that belt.
It was like no, and it's hilarious. If you can find the footage of it, watch it. It's brilliant.
So that would
But
be your
then-
con also? Would
oh,
you say that's your con?
absolutely. After they realized that every time the crowd saw that belt, it riled them back up. They stopped showing the belt.
True.
So much so that at one point, Finn Balor was supposed to have a moment where
He was looking
looks
at
at
it,
the belt,
but they don't show you.
and they show the belt for a quick second, and then you see the camera guy jerk the camera away because the producer is in his ear going,
Don't
"Get the camera off the belt, idiot! Don't show that thing."
That's like on the news where like you show the car wreckage but not the bodies. Like,
That actually brings up another point that unfortunately I did spoil the match for Mike today when I went to bring
no.
up. If you notice Finn Balor trying to cover up as much of the red as possible when he's holding, watch how he holds the belt. He's trying to cover it up as much. He has that thing so securely tucked in. Like old wrestlers used to carry it over their shoulder, let it drape out.
Well,
They
This
look
thing
at
is
it.
like,
They
well,
look at
thing
it.
is
They
like
embrace
kept-
Well,
it.
hold
he
on.
holds it like a notebook.
But hold on. Let me just say that because one, either this is hilarious
Deven,
or
your con too?
this is indicative. That is not only my con, but
Wow.
my con is the match.
What?
Because, yes.
Is the crowd ruining it?
No, well, the crowd ruining it, yes. But my con is actually because the word is Finn Balor legitimately hurt his shoulder, and that's why he wasn't able to at the end really like. With
Oh,
his one arm.
really?
Yes, and now there's talk that it may be like surgery required. He was on Good Morning America today, and all he did was hold the belt with one arm, didn't move.
Really?
Yeah. So that reign might be
I've-
over before it even began. In which case, it sucks because then what happens?
That explains because I see what I thought. The way I took that was Balor's holding the belt down, and raises his other hand.
Yes, the other hand. Right.
I honestly thought that was like Finn Balor copping out of holding and presenting that belt. He's like, if I hold this belt up, I'm gonna be booed.
So I'm gonna hold my finger up,
the hand up.
Well,
and like let me hold the belt down.
This is why, like, for me,
did he say on?
No,
on
he
today?
didn't say, but it's been confirmed that he is, Wrestling Observer and sorts like that. But he has been confirmed that he is legitimately hurt. It is not known the extent. They said after today, there's tests scheduled after Raw and whatnot.
Yep.
But I guess for me, it's a major low point if you put him over Rollins just to have him never actually carry the belt. Like, if this is a minor injury, then so be it. You can work with it. But if this is one of those I'm out for 3 months kind of injuries, that you needed Rollins to win that. And if you had known at any point in the match, I hate it because I love the match. I loved almost everything else about it, minus the belt and the crowd, at moments. But, man, I just think that is a terrible way to start any kind of championship reign. It's terrible if it ends up that he has to drop the belt, because then do you have a tournament? And does it automatically go to Rollins? Does that make Finn Balor?
It would have to be a tournament at that point.
And then you're showing that belt more.
Yeah,
The worst that I think would happen out of that is it's like every time you get one of these new guys up to the main roster, they instantly get hurt. It's just proving Vince McMahon in his head. Right.
But I was telling Miranda.
Finn just came back from that shoulder injury.
I know, and I told Miranda, I said,
I guarantee you Vince is going to use that against him.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. I was like, because my wife.
Oh man, I'm really worried now.
My wife was sitting there and was like, oh, but that's good. I mean, he went over like you didn't expect that he would. I said, yeah, except the problem is though that here's a guy that he's 36. He doesn't have many years left with that style. Now, the gimmick can be like Undertaker-y with the Demon, where he might be able to show up and do things and wrestle less and use more of the mystique behind it. But they got to strike while the iron is hot, because he has a lot of years of wrestling on those knees and on those shoulders.
And he's a high flyer,
He's a high flyer, and he's a small guy.
Yeah.
And I think that one of the things I had mentioned to my wife was that realistically, he's a cruiserweight and should be fighting cruiserweights.
So true.
Yeah. And it frustrates me when you have anything that designates a weight class.
Especially in wrestling, because it doesn't matter.
Right. And so now it hurts me, because I'm sitting there and thinking, like, Vince is going to be proven, in air quotes, proven right that this is why you can't get these guys, these indie guys with lots of mileage, these small guys with frail bodies, and, maybe give Ryback a call and see if he's willing to come back.
No,
I hope not. I hope not.
Ultimately,
Ryback, come on the show.
The big thing with these smaller guys is that you now open the belt. The whole roster is possible, because when you have someone like Brock, you're really only against 3 people?
If you thought about it, yeah.
I seriously
4
fear
people?
though if they take it off of Balor,
it may never come back.
It's going to Reigns.
Well,
no,
put it
absolutely
right
not.
back on Reigns.
But
way.
you do wonder. You do
Unless
wonder.
you want to hate it, unless you hate
Well,
that belt so
maybe
much.
WWE
Is that the full heel
continuously
turn for
shows
both
that they
of them,
don't
though?
care, though.
We were just talking about this right before the show kicked off. Is that part of, because we were debating right before we started the show.
Yeah, about that
Is Roman
match.
Reigns in the midst of a heel turn and it's very subtle, or is it something where Roman Reigns is just, they're trying to get him over against Rusev, who should be the easiest guy to get over against.
Because he's a heel.
Because
It's
he's a
just
heel.
that Reigns sucks. He just says,
Ouch.
"Oh, Lana was expecting more to wedding night." Am I right, guys?
I know. That's what I'm saying. Everything he says, everything he's doing, how he acts, he's total heel.
And it's certainly.
But yet they don't call him a heel. They still book him as a face.
Yeah, I wonder. And that to me is something where, well, if you did give him that atrocious belt, that would be the most. That would be right. There would be so much vitriol and hatred.
Oh no!
Is it official?
Balor relinquishes Universal Championship tonight on Raw.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I had to break that to you.
Wow. Hot news.
I just brought up.
It just is.
Hot news here. WWE just literally
the Twitter
tweeted out.
God damn it!
The Twitter feed.
That unfortunately, Finn Balor is going to be relinquishing his belt today after his
So definitely low
victory
point
yesterday.
for me then, because, like I said, now that was a wasted everything. It was wasted everything, and it makes you wonder if he's relinquishing it. You're saying this is probably like requiring surgery sort of injury.
Well, they say
6 months, right?
The
3
rumor
to 6
apparently
months?
is that it's a torn
lumbar.
Labrum?
Labrum.
Labrum.
And
it'll be out for like 8 to 12 weeks.
I'll tell you 2 things. I have a torn labrum in both shoulders. If you get surgery to repair it, it is usually about 8 to 12 weeks.
If you're
potentially
healthy?
in a shoulder immobilizer, and then afterwards you got to do rehab. So I don't know. Maybe it's not that bad, but I know that's one of the reasons why I've particularly put off the surgery, because I'm like, I can't be like immobilized one side of my body for 3-4 months. You know, just not practical. It's more practical to deal with the pain since I'm not doing anything
strenuous
consistently, strenuous with them anymore. You know, and you can get around it by like, you know, rehab, and there are things that you can do to strengthen the area. But if it's like torn to the point where he absolutely needs it, you know, it just stinks because, again, when he comes back, where is he in the pecking order?
He's gonna be dropped down again.
Oh,
they're
gonna
pull him right back up to the top.
They're gonna slow pace him. They're gonna have to.
And
NXT back up.
This even worse. This destroys the demon gimmick.
Oh yeah, this was. I mean, that
does
to me,
it though, or does it make it? Or does it make it like it took so much out of him that like, even his body can't even sustain this?
So every time he uses the demon gimmick, it drains his life energy, and he's dead the next day, and has to relinquish whatever title he's won.
Because
that's a terrible precedent.
And you know what? I would invoke my rematch clause within 24 hours if I were anybody.
Good point. Good point. Actually,
like if I lose him at a pay per view,
if he's out for like 12
but
weeks,
that's still that's 3 months.
3
like
months.
3.5 months without seeing the
Survivor
new belt
Series.
that
You're talking Survivor Series time now. But again, is it even worth it to push him at that point? Because
no, there really isn't.
You can't bank on him. It proves what a lot of people speculated about, like you said, that Vince is going to get behind it and say, "This is
Reigns wouldn't have gotten hurt."
Yep,
that's all he'll say.
No,
Reigns wouldn't have gotten hurt.
Seth Rollins got hurt. Think about that, and he likes Seth Rollins from what I hear.
But I guess Seth Rollins has no injury history prior to that, like no serious. Whereas, you know, shoulder problems for Balor. It is very
so unfortunate.
It's disheartening.
You know who never gets hurt? Brock, because you never see him.
Also,
a great thing.
Would you notice if Brock got hurt?
No,
true.
He'd be Brock's. That's like the whole point of drafting Brock makes no sense at all. I'm gonna have Brock on Raw. Will he ever appear? No. What was the point?
Yeah,
good waste.
He's not on Raw tonight.
I'm
example.
depressed now and want to talk about something else.
Okay, well let's.
Great segue.
I'm just depressed.
Because I was actually gonna say, now that we're in such a low point, let's talk about Suicide Squad.
Because that's what I want to do right now.
Well, hey, let's talk about the #1 movie for 3 weeks in a row in the United States of America. Let's talk about a movie that has more.
You got real patriotic.
Wow.
More consecutive #1s.
DC Apologist polishing that turd up. Oh, it's finer than gold.
It's glistening.
Okay, so can we start?
Well, let's. All right, so let's talk about it.
Can we start with Jared Leto being so happy about being the Joker?
Well, but we don't even know. But we don't even know if that's true. That is
Dude.
that has been said to be not
Already
real.
apologizing.
No, that's been said to be not real. That's been said to be not real
like,
at all.
All of this is just an act.
So,
no,
like,
that
it's
he
just
never
a
said.
Possibility that Jared Leto is.
Yeah, people
upset.
are speculating about that. That is not in any way factual. It's one of those things that people are obviously putting out there after the movie, and you don't know if it could have come from his camp. You don't know, because there is something where did people want, including maybe Jared, want a more artistic film? Of course they did.
Well,
I do not think for any reason he would say that, because you have a franchise, you have a seminal character, you're going to get another appearance.
Well, you're breaching your contract at that point too. You can't break a contract. There's no way.
There's just penalties.
Yeah, but there's no way he is a one movie deal.
And if you tell me Ben Affleck is going to direct the next Batman movie, and there's a chance that you could be in it, or the one after that with Ben, come on, you know that's going to be quality. You know Ben is a great director. You know Ben Ben is going to make something that is more artistic and less popcorn fodder.
And I think that popcorn. Oh yeah,
yeah.
The company that recut.
So
should we talk about our opinions on really quick? Talk about our opinions on.
Yeah, sure.
Suicide
We'll
Squad?
start with Deven.
All right. So what I told everybody going in was that my mark of success is that it would make money and it would get people wanting a sequel. It's done all these things. It's done both of those things. It's made, again, a lot of money. As many consecutive #1s as Guardians of the Galaxy.
Which is this competition.
It is
you would
more.
say at
It
this
is.
point,
It
yeah.
is more money at the box office at this point in its release than Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, Guardians is a rare animal because Guardians was in the theaters for 26 weeks, and the cycle for most movies in the theater is about 10, 12 nowadays. So it's not going to make Guardians money by any stretch, but it made a ton of money, and now that's in terms of success. So I'm looking at it financially.
Money-wise.
Very
You're
successful.
also looking at it at the number one spot. We're not taking, but that's not our question.
No. Well,
what did you think of
well,
the
so
movie?
my question.
Yeah.
all right, well, no, but that's why I have to look at it both ways
Okay.
because when the question was posed,
It's not
on
critical
our last,
success.
on our last, no.
Oh, it's a critical flop for sure. But like,
But this is where it's an interesting dynamic though for me because when it was asked before he went on hiatus, I said that was my barometer for success and that was my litmus test if it could make a good amount of money, not just number ones, but it's competing with a historic juggernaut from August, Guardians of the Galaxy. It is outpacing a historic juggernaut, so it's not just going against weak competition like Sausage Party.
It had a very successful, very viral trailer too.
Yes. Oh, it's got great marketing. Great, fantastic marketing.
It's essentially the movie.
So for me, let me get to, in terms of the quality of the movie, it is exactly what I expected, but not at all what I had hoped. And that's where, based on the trailers, it's exactly what you thought based on the trailers.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, though, it was only that and there was no depth because, it was very hollow. You could see the best review that I had read, sort of post-mortem,
That you could
said
find.
that you could see the movie that it was before they edited it into the movie that it became.
Yes, very
and
true.
I
I'll
think
give him that.
that resonated so much with me because I walked out thinking you could see that was a different movie. And then you could see where they made it, they got gun shy and they made it into something that was not the same. And it's a shame because the movie now, all right, so let me tell you, I was disappointed. I thought it was I'm not going to watch it again, probably not. And like BVS, for example, Batman vs Superman, the Ultimate Edition is still the #1 DVD in America. It's been killing it. People love the Ultimate. The Ultimate Edition is very good. If you haven't seen it, Ultimate Edition is
I haven't checked it out. I don't have
Actually,
seven.
I do have it. Actually,
I don't have 7 hours
my,
since
my brother-in-law bought
Ultimate
it.
Edition, considerable upgrade, critically well received.
how many? Like 3 to 4 hours, 7 hours?
I heard it
long?
introduces like a whole new character.
Oh yeah, what's his name?
There is-
Beowulf or whatever
So
his name is.
here's the Steppenwolf.
Yep.
Beowulf. No. But the thing is that I would say for me is that I would look at it and I would say that the movie, I can get into a lot of things. I mean, the editing, that was something that really did bother me.
Well, that's the biggest.
The lack of characterization. Like some characters had arcs. Some clearly were meant to have arcs. If you go online and look at the rumored deleted scenes, there's a lot more stuff that gives you good character arcs for guys like Croc, where you show him being bullied, you show him having to accept himself, because he's a man that clearly accepts himself at the end, regardless of what other people think.
Really.
He loves himself. It would be nice to see how he came to that conclusion, and if that were what the story was about. So is it about family? Is it about accepting yourself? Is it about coming together against the odds? It was never really clear because it was obvious that this was edited to the point where any clear unity of theme was bastardized.
Yeah.
And that was unfortunate. It's also unfortunate because, again, Batman vs. Superman, the reason I bring that up is because even the critics really enjoyed the Ultimate Edition, and they said, why wasn't this released? This is so superior.
A longer movie too, and that's the tough
But
part.
here's the problem, though.
Way longer too.
Only longer by like 20, 30
And who
minutes.
edited this one? I mean,
Well-
supposedly Jeff Johns is having a little bit more.
But not until
hand.
Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is the first movie where he has the control, the Kevin Feige level of control.
He ordered reshoots for Suicide Squad too, because he thought
Well-
he said it needed more humor, not
Yeah.
totally as a
Well,
help for it
Let's-
because of
let's-
Deadpool.
We're getting away from
well,
Suicide Squad.
and let me say that this is the thing, is that these are now two movies that they were lost in the editing room.
Yeah.
So why do you hire these talents, these directors and everything, when you lose the movie in post? That, to me, is so difficult, guys. And it really is, because you had good movies, and I'll tell you, this is the weird part. I'm going on
You
record
cannot
saying,
say that this movie
I
was
felt-
totally lost in the editing board either, because it doesn't.
I genuinely think the movie that could have been was absolutely butchered.
I agree.
I think this movie could have been mediocre at best if they had just left it alone And I'm trying this entire time to search for the GIF that I found earlier that proves exactly what everyone's been saying, and that the Joker and Harley Quinn were completely changed in the editing room.
No,
because there's one brief, like 3 frames of the movie that shows how different their relationship actually was.
And I will tell you, Walter, I will say that there is a list out there of about 26 deleted scenes that are not just rumored, but I mean by good industry sources.
This big thing.
And a lot of it was, you could see the trajectory of the Harley Joker relationship, and I agree with you 100%. I feel like that was different, and they edited it for whatever reason. And the movie suffers because of that, because it's inconsistent all around.
Yes.
But here's what I'll also tell you. And this is what I was trying to argue with John, is that...
Oh, and there was an argument.
There was an argument, but the problem is, like, the numbers, the Cinema Score review, I had said that this is meant for younger people.
No, they hit their market.
How?
Yes, I agree.
How is this meant for younger people?
18 through 35. 18 through 35. Or
This is
16
a
through
bad
35.
movie for young
16
kids.
Through 16 through 35, rated it an A. Rated it an A. That's over 40. Over 40.
Wait, hold on. I need to clarify. When you say younger kids, what age?
I'm saying the demographic that they measured was 16 through 35, rated it an A on average.
My son's sister, who is 16,
Yep.
loved it. She
course,
loved
yes.
it. I mean, she disliked a lot of parts of it, but ultimately she still loved it.
Yeah.
Watched it more than once.
Yeah.
Defends the movie.
Yes.
Like-
So I think that, again, and I know that John didn't want to hear this argument, but it did what it was, I think, supposed to do, which is not please us. And that's unfortunate, because I think you can make something that does please everyone.
I mean, you're trying to say
I do have something I want to say.
It's
about
like
that,
Ultimate
but-
saying like the Dark Knight doesn't please everyone. When the Dark Knight
John hates the Dark Knight.
Now he does.
Now
we
he does.
and we both know that.
Yes.
Wait,
Now he
why
does.
does John hate the Dark Knight?
It's complicated.
You need
but,
John to.
But the
try
bottom
to-
line is, yes, it became trendy. It became so popular that now it's trendy to dislike it.
I know he really hates the scene where like the Joker says like lies to Two-Face, but like if I know people have captured that scene and thought that the Joker was telling the truth, but like yeah, the Joker's lying.
Of course the
you're
Joker's
supposed to
lying.
know this
Of
as
course the Joker's
as the audience. You're supposed to know that the Joker's lying.
Yes.
But like that wasn't just because people take it as truth doesn't mean that that's
Yep.
what the movie was saying.
No, the movie is brilliant, and like
I love that movie as a movie. That
As
movie
a film.
Here's the thing. The Dark Knight is a great movie.
Yep, not comic book movie.
It's not perfect. The rating kills it. There are edits in there to cover up both in the Dark Knight and the Dark Knight Rises.
Oh yeah.
That kill certain moments of the movie, like the police officer dying at the end of Dark Knight Rises. They cut back to him and he's down on the ground after someone shoots him. It's
they
like,
were never gonna
Why could you not just show the man get shot?
Yeah.
Like, why could you not just show the Joker stab that one?
Different
dude?
WB
It's like,
at that point.
Come
too.
Yeah.
It's
on.
a very
It's just-
different
it's
WB.
so bad, but like, if you take and replace every character in Dark Knight with not Batman and not Joker,
It's still
a great,
very good
fucking
crime movie.
However, add in Joker and Batman, and it's still a good Batman Joker movie because, like, I have accepted as a DC fan that there is a multiverse.
Yes.
Every universe, there are different takes of these characters. This is how we're able to get different Jokers. This is why we're able to get different Batmans. There's also a cinematic multiverse, which I was hoping they'd eventually get to, but I've lost all faith that they'll ever
I think
correctly
they will.
get to that.
I think they will. Maybe not correctly, but I think they will.
So I personally didn't feel that it was a good movie at all.
No, I know you didn't. Yeah.
I actually thought the first half, what would you say, the first 25 minutes, 30 minutes, I was like, I kind of like where this is going.
Yeah,
Me too.
I guess-
I did.
like-
I really genuinely did.
You know what
I was
I'll
like,
tell you? Yeah, I agree with that. I was like, I was feeling it, and I was feeling the way they were going into some of the characters, and then again, certain characters just like, oh, by the way, here's Slipknot.
That
Oh,
was a
he's gonna be dead.
Just don't.
Here's-
Yeah, exactly.
The worst
That's what I
was
felt like.
he's the guy that can climb. Oh, here it is. Here's the gift that shows.
Oh, yes.
Exactly. Like at this moment, I was like, holy shit! They referenced the Alex Ross painting.
Yes, very
Holy
cool.
crap.
Very cool.
Now you watch this GIF and it's very subtle, But if you're out there, I don't know what it's labeled or what it's called or anything, but there's this GIF of the scene of the Joker and Harley Quinn dancing. It's like it's a second in the movie.
Yes.
But there's a scene where the Joker's dancing and they're happy, and the cut in the movie kind of tells it of this happy story where the Joker's always happy when Harley Quinn's around. But if you watch closely, as soon as the Joker turns and right before Harley Quinn covers up his face, the Joker's smile turns to like a disgust look. And that was supposed to be the original story, where Joker genuinely feels affection, and this at least what I feel that the take was. And John also agrees with me here. Me and John had a long talk about what we thought right after we got out of the movie, that the original meaning of like Joker and Harley Quinn was supposed to be this take of Joker does love Harley Quinn, but he hates that he loves her. She sees her as a liability to his organization.
But you do see the friction there where there are moments when he wants to, he doesn't want to. Like, she's in the vat of chemicals. He doesn't want to go, but he has to.
Yes, but
there is tension. It's not as well pronounced.
Exactly, but like that plus all the other things. And one of the things that John and I immediately came up with was John was saying that scene where Joker rescues Harley. The immediate thing should have been that Harley had information on his crew. And he was sent there to wipe her out. Like, that was Joker's entire purpose. And if you knew, this is the story that we came up with, was that Bob, who we just called Bob, the big guy that was Joker's backup guy, who was like, would have been awesome if he was called Bob. Like, just call him Bob and you've got a winner. Tells him, well, she's crazy and she might talk. I know you love her, Jay, but she could talk. She knows our entire organization. So Joker never says anything, but you as an audience member for the rest of the movie are wondering whether Joker is there to help or kill Harley.
And I had thought the same thing, not with that angle, but with a different angle where maybe he's trying to ingratiate himself to the rest of the Suicide Squad. So when he deactivates their, neck devices or whatever,
only deactivated hers.
Yeah, but if he had the ability to, maybe he does it for all of them, and maybe now they owe him. Maybe he comes with a deeper squad next time.
Yes.
Or maybe he's trying to get some information that Amanda Waller has, and it just so happens Harley is around.
Maybe that too.
Anything would have been better than just I'm coming for Harley. I agree with you.
Yes.
Anything would have made a lot more.
Especially that scene where the helicopter goes down. Spoilers if you haven't seen Suicide Squad.
Yes.
Watch it already if you haven't.
Or don't watch it.
I don't really care.
Add to the box office.
Add to the DC Apologist.
It is going to be more movies that we're going to be
He gets a cut.
about.
He gets a cut. But like when the helicopter gets shot down, it would have worked had Joker thrown her out just before the helicopter got shot, kind of hinting so that either the Harley could see it in her eyes that it was the Joker saving her, but in reality it was the Joker trying to kill her.
No, and that was actually one of the things that they were saying in the editing room that this company that they wanted to go away from Joker being an abusive person. They didn't like the whole abuse angle of it.
I think it's a complicated angle.
And it is tough, especially in 2016 now. 2016, it's especially now. Like, it's very, very hard.
It
now.
also steals Harley Quinn's happy ending. She gets the Joker in the end.
That sucks.
That's like her happy ending.
She shouldn't. She's a bad person. She shouldn't get happy. And that would have been the great part of the movie.
That would have actually been a very interesting ending if Harley's sitting there back in prison. Everyone else is happy. Everyone got what they want. Harley didn't.
Yeah. Well,
and you feel pity for Harley because she's sitting there mourning the Joker, who's like you then pan out and actually like you find out one of the things he got from the security guard is security footage of her and is just watching her again.
That would
be that like at any moment she could come back. He could come back and get her,
which is interesting.
Would be very creepy.
So I think that for me, that's definitely one of the things they talk about, like a Harley spinoff, and people love Harley.
I know.
And people love the Joker.
Even though I thought
people
she was
love
awful
Deadshot.
personally.
People love Deadshot.
He was the best character.
Let me tell you,
Will
Will Smith.
Number one, if I felt for him.
Yeah.
He acted. He was acting. He was Will Smith.
They said one of the things that the metrics were breaking down, and again, I would like to talk about the metrics from people, not people that are going online and reviewing it, but like Cinema Score uses people that actually went to just see the movie.
For people who love or hate basketball,
the metrics,
Devin is
the
literally
advanced metrics.
he is the problem with basketball.
I'm not the problem. I'm not the problem. I'm the reason Golden State's going to win all those titles.
Analytics.
But I will tell you that they said that Margot Robbie and Will Smith fans were most likely to rate the movie as an A, and that makes sense to me in the Will Smith. Now, Margot Robbie, again, I think it's polarizing performance because I know people that loved it. I was lukewarm, like a lot of it. I was just in the middle because I saw parts that I liked, and then I saw stuff that I really didn't like, and I just was left getting kind of confused.
What killed me is that she did the voice a couple times.
Yeah, she did a couple times.
And then she totally abandoned it.
And then she didn't do the voice. Yeah, again, the inconsistency where it's like, what was this about? Yeah, and so I guess my question is then,
I mean, there is going to be a Suicide 2.
Can I
absolutely going to be a Suicide
Yeah.
Squad 2. Everyone's going to probably replace their role. Hopefully they don't invite big head, little body, killer clock back.
Why did they
which
not?
is weird.
We harped on that enough in the pre-stuff. But I have to say, best moment of the movie for me,
Instead of the ending, when it was over.
apart from the final credits, was
you like that post-credit scene, do you?
I did. What was the post-credit? Was there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it?
Amanda Waller.
Oh my God.
Oh,
yeah,
she meets with Batman, right?
Amanda Waller meeting with Bruce
That's the
Wayne.
worst part.
But that was post-credits. That was
mid credits.
mid-credits.
Yeah.
What was after the credits?
There was nothing.
That's
Wow,
the worst.
what dicks!
Yeah.
You know people are gonna wait around after, and you don't give them anything. Fuck you.
That's
dude.
what kills me about just this.
Like
DCEU
you're stuck with it now. You're
is
stuck
that
with it,
everyone knows that Batman is fucking Bruce Wayne.
right? But no,
I
my
can't-
favorite
it
point in the movie
makes me want to kill myself.
was he deactivates all of their bombs. He smashes the phone. He's like, "You're all free. Do what you want." And Captain Boomerang immediately leaves. He just runs out. And I was like, man, if that's the last I see of Captain Boomerang, I'd give this movie 25 points just for that. But then he's back later on.
Yeah.
But even if it would have been something else brought him back, I was like, shit, the city's walled off. I can't get out.
It would have been. Well, that's the crazy part. Is Captain Boomerang was somebody I looked at and they didn't give him any backstory, just Flash rounding him up. I kind of want to know why he would do this.
I thought it was funny too.
Yes, he was.
So why did he have to be all grimy and dirty?
That's what I'm saying. I wonder. So much of
why
this,
is everything? Let's make it real. Let's make him dirty.
as an ensemble film. One of the problems is that in ensemble you have to give everybody their due, like an Ocean's 11 kind of deal, where everybody is a significant.
Yeah.
Everybody feels significant.
Their 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah, and it's like this just obviously didn't. It obviously didn't for so many reasons. And that's frustrating too, because to tell it like that, I thought that David Ayers, and maybe he was, because you don't know what happened in the editing room. I thought he'd be more capable in handling the balance of characters, or else get rid of some. Like, you didn't need Katana. She was not essential.
He clearly didn't know
Yeah.
all of the characters either. That's the other thing. Because if he's the one who
I think he did.
wrote it,
I think he did. He's a long time, self-professed long time fan, but I believe he did from all the stuff that.
supposedly Captain Boomerang, and this is again all possibilities, but his angle was also that he was trying to hit on Katana most of the time.
Of course.
And made but he was abusive, and then there's supposed written scenes of his abusive past. A lot of abuse it came to, and
Well,
this
that's
movie.
kind of the story of Joker and Harley Quinn. Is it's a warning story to him. Get out of abusive.
I would have actually loved that if that was
And
the
I
whole
think it would have been
case.
great. There's another issue I take with the movie, and then
almost
I'd
like
like to. We could probably move on. I wasn't I'm a father. You're a father now.
Yep.
Well, actually, hey, John's
We're
not
all-
here. We're a group of fathers right now.
We're all Fajas.
Yeah, man.
Faja.
So you haven't had time to really experience this just yet. Not yet. You're new at a father, so you haven't experienced now that you have your child and the child
And
is
you're both new
engraved in you now.
fathers to girls.
Go and watch.
True.
Yeah, true. Now go and watch a movie where a kid gets fucked with.
Oh, it's the worst feeling
it,
ever.
Oh.
It sucks.
Best movie to watch. I guarantee you'll cry. Little Boy.
Oh.
Watch that movie. If you watched it already and you cried, you're like, oh man, that's you cried at the given points. I cried pretty much constantly in that movie.
Oh,
at the
yeah,
end,
I
it
could
was
see that
at the
being-
end onward. Watch it again now that you have a kid. I guarantee you'll cry more. Last of Us. Try to get through that opening scene without crying. I wail like a baby. Watch Braveheart. You'll cry like a baby.
Yeah.
Anytime you see a kid getting messed with, it's kids are an instant in for fathers. Or parents, I would like.
Oh,
I
yes.
like to think women are the same way.
Oh, yeah.
I just can't speak for them. This movie had an instant in for me with, Deadshot having a kid. And I'm like, man, when
Absolutely.
Batman ever went to take him out in front of his daughter,
I fucking got
Yeah.
pissed.
I was like, shit, this is gonna be amazing.
Because
I can't believe the
Mike,
emotion.
someday the cops
And
are
what's
coming
worse,
for you.
What's
Exactly.
worse is like Batman's gonna have to feel bad about this.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. It never came.
I
felt
know.
nothing. I was like,
It felt like a missed
Fuck.
opportunity. I know.
like
I
when
agree.
he ever aimed the gun and like immediately his kid's there, I was like, instantly I'm just
Don't
like,
do it, no.
Will Smith, now is the time for you to get a fucking Academy Award. Like, just plead with her, baby, move, get out of the way, honey. Like I didn't feel a connection, and that's the thing that this movie did constantly. It told me that Deadshot loved his daughter. It never showed that he loved his daughter.
In the end,
because the
it kinda
first
did.
thing
In the
he
end. The end it
did
did.
when I'm sorry, because like the first thing he did when he had a moment to like accept that the world was gonna end wasn't to call his daughter and tell her he loved her. It was, let me go get drunk with these assholes I barely know.
Could he have called his daughter though? I mean, like, would it
That's
have
the
been
thing,
possible?
like that. But the
I guess we
movie
never saw.
You have to show
Yeah.
me. You can't tell me. You have to show me. I never saw the love,
But-
apart from like the ending where it was like,
Yeah.
okay, but he seemed like kind of annoyed that the kid was there, and I was
don't
like,
know. I don't think
I
so.
didn't feel it. I'm sorry. I'm like,
So do you
I
feel
never
more for
genuinely
Jay?
felt that he loved his kid.
Do you feel more for El Diablo then, and his? And
I
him,
did,
and him
Yeah.
actually.
because
That
that,
was-
that kind of
genuinely
fucked
did.
Yeah.
me up
Well,
a
that's
little
what
bit.
I guess. And again, here's my complaint, which is that it seems like if you look at the list of deleted scenes and things like that, you look at all the extra backstory that was given to these characters, it would have felt so much different
At least
when
more
they
personal.
Had, yeah, when they head into those final battles and whatnot. It's like, man, these people are gonna lose something though. Someone like these people are gonna lose something. They were people, you know, before they were bad guys and before they were maybe heroes. They were people. And I think that anybody that picks up, whether it's Ayers or someone else that picks up the sequel, I want them to touch on that. I want them to give me those moments that Walter's talking about.
Though that ending literally made no sense.
Which part of the ending?
The whole thing.
Yeah, I agree.
The Joker showing up like, I'm
no,
here now.
no, not that. Just
The Enchantress.
just Enchantress
yeah,
not being able to.
It was
Okay,
just-
everyone's done.
Everyone just throw their things at once.
Yeah.
It was.
No, I
It
agree.
was-
Well, it was
No,
a poorly
and if-
conceived villain, poorly conceived.
And if
That
everyone
was-
knew that El Diablo had that in him, just send El Diablo by himself, it'll be fine.
I
Yeah,
guess
but like I
he
forgive
probably
that
didn't
because
know.
Diablo was a well-built character.
Yeah.
No,
Like
yeah.
he couldn't use that power because he was afraid of what would happen.
He wouldn't use it. Yeah.
I
That's
really
the
thought
one
it would
thing
have
I
been
like-
nice to see like him see some kids in danger and immediately go, "Oh
That would
shit!"
have yeah.
Like
That would have been nice.
so,
They play
if
with our
I
hearts
Redemption.
I now
a little bit, yeah.
need to, I can use my powers to save a kid.
Yeah,
I know I
redemption.
killed mine, but like I still care about. I'm
And
genuinely
again-
a good person,
Powerful character arc.
or I'm at least trying. I believe I'm a good person.
Yep. I'm-
Diablo's a terrible person, but like he is. But
Yeah.
like everyone in Suicide Squad is.
yeah.
But
We'll see.
so like yeah, I not a fan of Suicide Squad. I'm interested to see what the other cut is gonna be. I'm interested about this. Like people are really liking, critics are liking the
Ultimate.
the ultimate cut. I might watch that later.
You should. Honestly, it makes more sense. It's more cohesive. It fills in the gaps. You know, and again, the fact that the critics liked it, I looked at it and I said, yes, it is longer, but I think that with the positive word of mouth, you would have made more money. Now they made a killing anyways, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Again, I guess that's the
But
problem.
they didn't hit that number, that magic number they wanted to
Yeah,
hit.
they wanted, but they hit the number they needed. So I'm
So
always
I
on
wanna-
the fence.
I want to ask everyone's thoughts on this guy that's suing Suicide Squad. Have you
Oh,
heard
yeah.
about this?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
really silly.
And there were
Ultimately,
two
I think it was
very
really silly.
silly things that came out of this. One, the petition to get Rotten Tomatoes taken down, which was just hilarious. It was like, come on, like.
I didn't hear about
but
that one.
yeah, but here's
And then there was the guy who did the opposite, who wanted, because there was like
Their money back
fans of the
as-
movie were mad that people didn't like the movie, and then you had a guy who just didn't like the movie and sued the movie because scenes genuine. I mean, he genuinely has a point a little bit, but you can't sue the movie for it. Just like demand your money back and just be over with
every
it.
movie, well, especially lately, this has been a very recent phenomenon in the last year or so.
Yeah.
They use a lot of unused footage in the trailers.
Yeah.
And Marvel does a ton. And like Age of Ultron, the trailers had a lot of unused footage, and then that was one of their principal complaints. Like, where was this stuff in the movie? Oh, but it was just a salacious image. Didn't mean anything. We didn't put it in the final cut.
The reason I can kind of understand it is and this is segues into something else I'm going to talk about. in the video game community, the video game producers and companies that are making, adverts for games are doing these things where they call slice of. It's now been done away with. It was used once, and now it's called a vertical slice. A vertical slice of the game means that we're just gonna take this level out of the game and present it to you, and this is the actual game.
Right.
But that's not what it is.
Right.
This is not a.
That's what got No Man's Sky in trouble.
The most notorious one in recent memory is Aliens Colonial Marines.
Nah.
Where hold on, it gets worse. We'll get there. Aliens Colonial Marines, they had this scene where they showed the aliens doing all these incredible things where the aliens were really a big threat. The game was glorious looking. Oh fuck, it looked amazing. But then when the game came out, it was that scene was not in the game. It was missing, and elements of that scene were missing. Where it was just a generic shooter where the aliens were buggy, they didn't move fast, they were clunky. The game was easy.
Like you said, not a representative.
It was not representative of the final product. So there was a lawsuit against Aliens Colonial Marines, and the people won. Does this guy stand any sense of does he have any legs to stand on? Because the trailers for this movie, I would agree, definitely make the Joker seem like he had something to do with the ending. There's one scene in particular that's all over the internet where the Joker has a grenade and he's burnt up. That makes it look like, okay, he was supposed to show up after
there is
the end.
Again, I strongly encourage, look at the list of and descriptions of deleted scenes because they talk about that.
I understand, but that's not an excuse.
No, it isn't.
That's still missing. You show me something in the trailer, I expect it to be there in the movie because you're promising me something. You're taking I'm giving you my money on faith. And again, this is why I have a whole big problem with the movie industry to begin with. You can lie me into a movie theater, and then you've taken my money
no matter what.
Me. And this guy genuinely feels ripped off, and he's challenging them on that.
To me, I guess my opinion was that I thought there was plenty of Joker because anymore, and the story is just more convoluted. It's just more convoluted at that point. And
you could have also removed it from the movie, and it would have been fine.
But I think
I actually kind of would have preferred it if the Joker was just this ominous thing you see in shadow. Because Leto sucked so bad. I hated Leto.
Actually, I'm going to defend Leto in the sense that maybe he thought he was doing a good job.
I thoroughly believe he thought he was doing a good job. I hate him, though. I thought it was awful.
And for a man who's taken 2 movie roles in the last, 6 years, and the last 2 movie roles...
Pretentious cunt.
Has got him Academy Award.
Got Academy... Yeah, I mean,
pretentious cunt.
Academy Award winning one, actually.
Awarded pretentious cunt.
That he probably thought it was more of an art form, though he did kind of seem a little samey to Heath Ledger, and at least his voice, and I felt like he was maybe trying a little bit too. He definitely tried to be more crazy instead of more methodical.
He came across creepy at first, but then he had a presence about him when he was when he was about to interrogate that guy,
like a mobster.
But when he was just quiet, I was like, this dude's kind of he had a look to him that was this dude's off kilter. But then he'd speak and it would just ruin it. I'd be like, fuck, you're just random words thrown together. Nothing you do makes sense. Nothing you say seems calculated. Everything you just seems to be memes. You are memes. You are trying too hard to create a meme Joker that's going to be used for memes for the rest of your life.
Well, that's why I pray we get to see him in a film that can not just have him as a tangent, because I always felt like he was going to be used just to flesh out Harley, and I want to see him stand on his own in a Batman film where we get to see more of that menacing character. And he has an empire, apparently. He's got a crew. It looks he might not be methodical from what we saw, but he must be very capable.
Yeah, how much of Leto's performance is down to bad editing?
I mean,
and this movie is notoriously bad editing.
Right, so that's the problem. What's left on the cutting room floor at the end of the day is stuff we may never know.
It's a 2 hour and 15-minute movie. You could say Jared Leto was in it, 15, maybe 20 minutes?
15, maybe 20 minutes, yeah.
And that maybe 12 minutes of that was that really fucking stupid scene with Common, which is really
that was weird,
senseless.
That was weird,
unneeded, really, and unwanted. And that kind of cool car scene for those couple minutes.
The kind of cool, yeah. I agree.
It came across to me of a very don't disrespect women, and Joker's a feminist, What?
I don't know. I mean,
that just seems very weird.
I don't know if that's true because
wasn't-
Harley got punched in the fucking
But
mouth
you know
in the
what?
water. So.
Isn't that the problem though? Where it's like again the lack of cohesive message. It was sending mixed signals all over the place, and then at the end, I'm left wondering: is this pro women? Is this anti women? Is this pro Joker?
I would definitely say that the
pro sequel?
except
I think they're hoping for it to be pro-sequel.
except Wonder Woman in the DC EU or whatever.
Yeah.
Every woman's kind of weak, kind of has
Catwoman though, Catwoman's strong, independent.
not,
cat
not, in,
burglar?
not in this
I
universe.
really
Yeah, we
about-
haven't seen her in this universe yet.
Yeah,
But
that's why
I'm
I'm
just-
worried.
I'm
I'm
just
worried
saying,
about
like,
Just
what
because you
Catwoman's
like
gonna
watching
look
the Halle
like.
Berry version all the time doesn't mean that's the
Oh.
only one that exists.
Part.
Yeah. On that note, I've got to go.
The good
Let's
old.
take us home, Devin.
But-
You're the host today.
Well, all right. So
we end when you leave.
all right, yeah,
perfect.
I think that's good because with all of the rave reviews that we've been able to give Suicide Squad, I think that one of the things that we'll talk about on our next installment, hopefully next week,
Yeah.
Yep.
is obviously there's some Marvel movie news, there's some DC movie news moving forward, and it would be very interesting to see where all of these franchises go as a reaction. Suicide Squad is successful on a level that demands a response, except for the fact that, again, the response might be, we just can't do this again.
It's like
Or the response
successful-
might be, we need to ape this. And I think that you'll see moving forward the emphasis on female character. We're already seeing it a little bit. And I think that we're going to know a lot more about Finn Balor's situation, which I really want to talk about next week.
Oh,
So,
yeah. I'm so sad.
I mean,
you reminded
should,
me.
yeah, so tune in next week.
Yeah, we
and
should be good back, right?
Hopefully, yeah, we should be. Hopefully, Walter will be able to go outside and like brave humanity now. You have a week to adjust to the news, buddy. So, catch us next week on Geek Cred. Give us your money. We're going to start, I believe, just a regular GoFundMe page to give us crap. I think we should. I think we should.
Okay, I like
I
that.
think we should like donate.
I'll be really sad when they see like $1 or $2 donations. I'll be like, oh,
Well, we do
fuck.
like these people live. Honestly, guys, we can do it. Let's just post pictures of our kids. It's for the
No,
kids.
no.
It's for the kids. It's for the kids.
No.
It's for the kids.
That's like, oh,
With-
dude, I thought you were talking like child pornography. I was like, oh, yeah,
Oh,
not
God.
that. You son of a
What a
bitch.
No,
terrible
no.
turn.
Yeah, no.
Suicide Squad 2
Yeah.
plot right
Mainly
there.
just like, we have kids.
Yeah,
we have kids. Let's use those kids.
Let's exploit them. No,
My
let's
son's
take,
the oldest,
let's take,
so it'll be super
let's take
creepy.
adorable pictures of our kids, put them on the website.
Already got pictures of my kid dressed as Batman.
Done.
Oh, perfect. I'll put my son in white face, put damage on him, smack him around a couple times. He can beat the Joker.
My daughter's
Why
name.
is your kid white faced? Why would my kid not be white faced?
Because he's already Batman. He can't be Batman and Joker.
My daughter is.
okay. I thought like
Let me-
white face.
Can I just say that
like
that
white girl's white face? I was like,
my
wait,
daughter is actually white, and this is
For
stunning.
now, or
which is weird because
She's
you and your
white,
wife
she's
are
blonde,
not
She has
white.
blue eyes.
that's not your kid. I'm sorry.
That's what I said.
It's
We were at the doctor
The
the-
DNA.
we were at the
next
doctor
on
the other-
Maury.
We went to the doctor the other day. So like we were like, what boxes do we have to check off? So like African American, Asian, Hispanic. We're checking all the boxes. We give it to the receptionist. Receptionist looks at us, looks at the baby. Looks at the sheet, looks at the baby. And so like they're like, oh well, the skin color can change, obviously the hair color can change, the eye color could change, all that stuff can change. Like yeah, but if it doesn't, how do we explain that you are black and Asian and Hispanic and all this stuff when you look like Harley Quinn? I mean, like you're white, like I don't know. So this
Margot
is
Robbie
Yeah,
looking?
that's what I'm saying. Like this is terrifying right now. So I mean, you guys lucked out the dream. You guys got the brown children.
No, my son's lighter than the Joker.
No, he's not that
Yeah,
light.
he's a light cat.
Don't say that about your son.
Both
true.
my kids look pretty.
Yeah, your
pretty
kids.
Spanish.
Your kids are full Spanish.
So Walter lucks out, and then, isn't that what this always
And
comes
that's
down
how
to?
we end the
Walter
show.
rubbing his great life in front of our faces.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Walter.
Trump.
Have a great night.
Have a great day.